Hello, everybody, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 10 of Divination Night. Joining me tonight is the amazing Ivan Wesley of Rebel Star Tarot. How are you doing tonight?
Very well. How are you doing tonight?
Great. Thank you so much for being here.
Looking forward to it. It's been, I think we booked this session like over a month ago, eh? So.
It was. And I stumbled upon you in a group. I made a post and I'm like, hey, anybody interested? And you're like, hi.
Yes, the Mystic Masters group. I'm an admin in that group also too. So I see everything coming in.
Really? So yeah. I kind of stumbled in there. We'll just start out talking about that. What's that group about?
Joey Warchuk, who was he's my tarot teacher, mentor. I took his classes. It's all connected with the Happy Soul store. And I did a workshop recently that you were a part of for my Intro to Runes last month, which is part of the Happy Soul store based out of Toronto, Ontario, or the Happy Soul Academy. And so Joey Warchuk started this Mystic Masters group for his students because he does a lot of workshops too. So he created this group for his students to join, and if they have any questions concerning his workshops and stuff, and we just share divination stuff amongst each other in the group.
That's how I got in there. I actually took one of his crystal classes.
There you go.
So there. I mean, it is an amazing group of people. I do enjoy Happy Soul, and I'm very interested in taking more classes because I took your class.
Yes, thank you for that.
Yeah. So can we talk about that? I mean, this has been my type of divination that I've always been called to do, but I'm just like, I don't get it. It's not clicking. So I took his rune class. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's a class. It's a workshop I started working on. Last summer, I started putting together the templates for the PowerPoint presentation without even knowing. I was originally planning on releasing it myself through my Rebel Star Tarot website and taking some extra classes, some extra instructor classes, just to be more certified with teaching and getting accredited for it. And last fall or November, I got word from the activity coordinator over at Happy Soul, who works with Joey. They asked me, wanted to know if I guess they came across my post about runes, and it was just something they never offered at their store. Because like you mentioned, their workshops are based on tarot and crystals. There's some Reiki in there also too, but no runes at all. And out of all the divination shops in Toronto, I think there's another one that used to teach rune courses, but it's been a while. So this gives me an opportunity to teach my first ever workshop, which was nerve-wracking because I never done that before, especially for 2 hours. So I was hoping that I would have it paced out perfectly from the beginning to the end. The last 15 minutes for the Q&A section, which thank God that Joey hosted for me. It's been good that he's done it. He did that for me, and now there's talks about doing it again. There's a possibility of me teaching it in person at their shop very soon, reteaching the course again online. And now I'm working on an extension sort of like an intermediate course to those who took the Intro to Runes workshop that it's going to teach more of the inner meanings of the runes connected with Norse mythology. And that
I'm so
is,
excited for that. I really think that is what's going to help me connect, because I already know kind of their backstories and things. So well, at least some of it. And I really think that this class is what's going to help me really connect and understand things a little bit better. So I'm
it was,
excited. You
yeah.
you can guarantee you have at least one person in that class right now.
It was hard to get to the basics of the runes and provide, because I wanted to be a practical thing. So after the 2 hour course, people would be ready to, they already have the rune sets to do their own readings and practice in that too. With the messages, with the runes, if I, like in the workshop I mentioned, hey, if you draw this rune, it could mean this, or this in a reading. If you're doing a reading for someone, for yourself, but the actual history and the story behind why runes are called a certain name, why the symbol, the rune staves are described in a certain way, it's all connected with the folklore and history and the poems of the Germanic people in Norse mythology and that too. So this delves deeper inside. What I taught you was the outer meanings. Now it's time for the inner meanings of the runes. And we didn't even touch upon the esoteric part of it yet, which is probably going to be a third workshop
Yay.
about each rune's energy and which part of the cosmos and realms it speaks from, and that too. So it could be a 3-part workshop altogether.
I am on board. I love it. It's I get really excited. I've been called, my patron is Odin. So even my animals get Norse names. So
Yeah.
I'm like I call myself a daughter of Odin, and I do act like it sometimes.
Yeah, with my studies I'm doing now, I'm like almost, the studies I'm doing now to get into the Rune Guild, I'm on this what they call 9 doors. It's the 9 doors of Midgard, which is each realm in the Norse mythology. I'm on the second one. Each door is 108 days of practical uh, rune exercises in divination each night that I do. It's the Galder, the speech, it's the body posture, it's the meditation, it's the visualizing of the runes, and that. So each one takes about an hour. So after doing this discipline for 208 days, which is the first 2 doors, I'll be able to apply to be an initiate to the Rune Guild. So that's what I've been doing this whole time since I got into runes. And I don't know if you remember, especially for you doing these weekly shows, you should choose the rune on Zeus. I don't know. Oh, I picked the glass one here. The rune on Zeus is good for what we're doing now. It's for speech, communication. It's a good talisman to have to make sure that you're not stuttering, that you have good clarity in talking in that too. So I always keep on Zeus in my pocket for these kind of situations.
Well, let me tell you something. I have the hardest time, and anybody watching the show and watch my videos and lives and everything I do, you wouldn't think that I would have a problem with my throat chakra, but I do, and it's horrifying.
I'm trying to find my wooden version here so it's easier to show on the camera. Oh,
Okay.
here we go. Here we go.
Oh, yes.
That one on Zeus. So that one, if you have it as a rune, keep it in your bra or keep it in your pocket while you're doing these live things, and or any legal talk or contract discussions or agreements.
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
definitely help you out a lot.
Yeah. So on take some shout outs. So hello Tina, hello Alyssa, hello David, and hello Doris. I wanted to let you know we are here for readings. It's what we do. So if you would like a reading, just comment your date of birth, and if you have a specific question, we'll do it. We kind of tend to go by what spirit tells us, right? Isn't that how you do it? Okay.
Yes. I
Okay.
just I just go with the feel. I mean, I've always had a lone wolf mentality, and that's what drew me to runes because not everybody's doing it. So I just go with the flow. Even with the way I read, there could be cards sometimes, runes, or what we're going to do tonight. I'm going to be combining a tarot card and a rune together for everybody's readings.
We have our first one, Shanda. Hello, honey. It's good to see you. So her birthday is March 19th. Oh, we missed your birthday. Hello, Shannon. All right, so Shanda is up. You want to go ahead and get started? Do the first one.
Okay, is the question posted up?
She just said a general reading, please.
I see a comment section here. Oh, I'm starting to see. Okay, Shanda. Hi, Shanda. Okay, so you want a general reading? Okay, so let's start with the cards and the runes.
Let's see what the spirit has to tell her. I hope you had a good birthday, honey.
And where is everybody from who's tuning in tonight?
Yeah, where y'all from? He is from Canada.
Yeah, I'm from Toronto, Ontario. Yes.
All right. So I make a list. And David and Doris are from West Virginia. Shanda, I'm not sure where you're from. Shannon is also in West Virginia. So they're mostly local to me, but Shanda, the one you were reading for now, is from Kansas.
Oh yeah, I see that right here. Okay. Okay, Shanda. So I drew the Page of Swords. It's hard to see with the glare on the card. And I also drew a rune naughties. I'm just going to take a second here to see what kind of combined message or collective reading I get from it for you. I'm seeing some, like you're conflicted or some sort of confliction with some ideas in your mind at the moment. Perhaps you're trying to make a choice. You need more clarity on whatever you're thinking, whatever is on your mind or bothering you, that it's telling me that it has to be sorted out and you're going to need some time with it. That's what I'm getting with the combination of the Page of Swords, which is dealing with intellect, your mind in that. Also with naughties is also like a need or desire. But I'm also seeing a confliction. It's also saying that in order to get to where you want to be, you're going to have to put in the work to reach that goal. And that combined with the swords for air, which is your element in that there, I'm seeing some sort of a struggle, but also some work that has to be done for you to figure out what it is that you're trying to figure out. Does that make sense, Shanda?
I believe it does. I'll speak for her.
Yeah, I don't know if in these sessions you actually wait for the people to reply or you just give the message and then move on to the next person.
We kind of move on. If they
Okay.
they comment, then we address it. We always respond. All right, so up next we have Lisa and January 13th. Do you want to do this or do you want me to take it? How are you feeling?
Let's go back and forth there. I don't mind you taking this. It'll give me a chance to shuffle the cards.
It's okay. Hey, I have the Labyrinth deck that I just unboxed. She said, yes, it does. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Shanda. Thank you for letting me do the reading for you.
All right. Okay, so up next we have Sherry. Her birthday is May the 2nd, so that'll be yours. I'll give you plenty of time to prep for that. Get your energy right. How you feeling?
So I'll be doing the Sherry one next, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right. So their wording's a little different. I'm going to use my words. The two of wands. So I feel like something is, you have a decision to make and you're really excited about the situation. So I'm going to do that. Let me just make sure. You're going to choose one that is the one that is better for you. And I'm a little off on my readings. And then the star, which is the big teddy bear. So what I'm feeling for you is you're stuck in a turmoil of choices, but don't worry about it. Don't overthink it. Just go with the one that is called to you, because it's going to be the change in the life that you are wanting, the one that you are looking for. Wait a minute. I believe she had a question. And did I miss that? Okay, so the message would be to make sure that you are looking at all of your options. I feel like they just want to tell you that they are supportive. I think that's where the star is coming from. But that's what I'm getting. Don't put too much worry into it. It'll all turn out okay. All right. You're up for Sherry.
I'm trying to find her question here. I just see her
Okay.
birth date. That's about it.
Yeah. No, she doesn't have a question.
Okay, so just a
She
general read.
likes to be led by spirit. Yeah.
Okay, no problem, Sherry. I'll do a general one for you also too.
She's been jamming out to the Rolling Stones. I'm kind of jealous.
I almost put on my Rolling Stone t-shirt on for tonight.
See, follow your intuition.
It was either that or a metal band I listened to. There's a metal band I listened to for years from West Virginia called Lamb of God, and I was almost going to put that one on too in honor of the area that you're in.
Yeah. Both would have been great choices.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, from the rune bag, what do we have? Oh, this is interesting. We have the Hanged Man, and we have the rune Othala. So with these two combined, I have two that came up actually, two messages. The first one I see is involving some sort of a sacrifice for a family member, giving something up in order to please somebody else in the family or somebody close to you. And the other one I'm getting is taking some time to get a different perspective on concerning your home front, your concerning property as well too. Those are the two messages I got. It's like two different subjects, but that's the first time that I've done a reading for this that I have two different messages. So hopefully either of those connect with you, Sherry. I do hope. Please let me know in the comments if any of this makes sense for you at all. And thank you for letting me do the reading for you as well.
Okay, so now that we're a couple readings in, I do want to let you know, now that there are more people have arrived. During the show, if you are messaged anything about, hey, contact me for a reading, or any off the wall suspicious comments, we will take care of them during the live feed. If you get anything like that afterwards, we do apologize. Do not respond to those. we can't stop spammers. They're going to come in. Just know and understand that none of us credible, let me put it like that, right? None of us credible readers actually reach out and, hey, would you like a reading? Or I was drawn to you in spirit, and if anybody is trying to sell you anything, we had a situation where someone was selling rocks from their driveway for thousands of dollars and saying that this will help you. No, it won't. Don't. Please, please be mindful.
Don't fall for the carny tricks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that too when I would do live events too on Facebook, that you always have a lot of spam vultures coming in, stealing your spotlight and taking advantage of the people in your chat room too, trying to trying to sell them through private message their readings, or just trying to get money from them. Yeah, don't fall for that at all.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So up next is David. So I guess David, it's up to me, right?
I
Now,
I take it
David
he
is,
just wants a general reading, eh?
yeah.
Okay.
David is the one that helped me connect with the tarot, and
Oh,
he and me and him are going to study the Lemond Leomond deck. You know what I'm talking about?
the Lenormand deck. Yeah,
Yes.
that's another one that always piqued my curiosity as well too. I have some friends in the divination circle who do that, and we have a
Mhm.
wicked cool shop here in Toronto that sells just Lenormand decks from France and from Europe and that there. So it's definitely something interesting to get into.
Yes. So that's the next thing that I'm going to be studying after I completely understand the rooms, you know. Okay, so Sherry commented a response. So yes, I take care of my grandson, so that limits my time for me. Also, I live in an RV 8 months out of the year. You're almost back to that. The house that I stay in during the winter months belongs to my ex that
Okay.
cheated last fall. He said I can stay as long as I want, but I'm torn if I should stay or move on to the full-time RV. Hmm.
I think that's where that hangman different perspective comes in. Pull back from the situation if you can, and reanalyze and try and look at it from a different approach, and hopefully that'll help you out of your situation, Sherry.
Hmm. I think that if she could pull off doing the RV all the time, it's her space. And I know that she loves it where it's at right now. So, not to persuade you either or, but I just want to see you happy. And I know that whenever you go there, it's your happy place. And I have cards flying.
Oh, you got some jumper cards.
Yes. So in the labyrinth deck, air, which would be swords, is represented by feathers.
That looks nice.
Yeah. So this is the 10 of would be the 10 of swords. And if you remember in like the Rider Way, the 10 of swords is a rough one. It's whenever you're feeling like you're stabbed in the back. David, I know you know this card. Um, But what I would say with this is be wary, because maybe not everybody that you are trusting is there for you. I hate to say it like that. Sherry said, "Thank you so much. You're spot on."
Thank you, Sherry.
And yes, Sherry, I will come visit. It's on my list of things to actually do this year.
With me and my wife
These
living
cards.
is with us
Go
living
ahead.
in the city of Toronto, the RV is one of our like retirement ideas. Either that or a Volkswagen travel van, and just travel around and do card readings at music festivals. Anything to get out of the city and enjoy the nature and stuff like that. So yeah, it's the
Okay, so
RV would be a good idea.
yeah, I want one. personally. Okay, so next card, David, is the Page of Poles. So he is like the Page of Wands. So you put these two together, you got that message there, to be warning, because things are coming in there, happening fast. Okay, so next card is the Seven of Pots, which would be the Seven of Cups. And that is telling me that you just need to be mindful, because whatever is going to happen is going to put this fire out. So I really think that you're going to stand up for yourself. You're going to see what's actually happening around you and be able to discern and act. So that's what I'm getting for that reading. Hello,
Okay, who's
Joanne.
next?
Doris is next, 11:15.
Okay, Doris, let me scroll up here. Okay, she just wants it. Looks like a general reading. Okay, let's do it. Hi, Doris. Let's do a tarot and rune reading for you. I'm using my first ever deck that my wife Christine from Wisdom with the Winds gave me to start with, and it's like an intro to tarot deck, and it's based on the traditional Rider-Waite style. The glare is so terrible in this room. And even though it's a starter beginner deck, I still use it. I love it. Okay, just cutting the card deck now. I'm going to choose a rune. Our friend the Hangman has popped up again.
Oh, he's on a roll tonight.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, whenever you and I were talking earlier, and I'll kind of circle back around to this after this reading, but whenever you and I were talking earlier, I actually saw the Hangman. I had a vision of the Hangman.
Oh yeah.
So it's just kind of funny that he's just like, oh yeah, I'm here.
Well, you said you also like Odin too. The Hangman also represents Odin in Norse mythology for his sacrifice he did on the tree Yggdrasil to obtain the knowledge of the runes.
Yes. Yeah, Papa's watching. He's like, I know what y'all are talking about down there tonight.
Okay, Doris. So we have the Hangman once again, and the rune we have is Yura. So these two combine together. Now, Yura speaks about cycles, usually refers to harvest time, season cycles, things that it's a dynamic energy that's always turning and moving. And that in tarot card readings, it could be pretty close to the Wheel of Fortune as well, too. So that combined with the Hangman, some of your attitudes and perceptions are going to be changing in the next while. Maybe there's some routine habits that you're currently doing now, but eventually through time, something inside you is going to change, and you're going to see, like I mentioned before with the other Hangman reading, is that you're going to have a different outlook. Something new in your life is going to change your perception of certain things on how you see it, and that's eventually going to come for the better. Perhaps a moment of clarity is going to be introduced too, along with this cycle, with this path as well too. If it doesn't make sense now, give it some time, and what I'm saying now will probably come to fruition in that too. And if it does make sense, let me know personally through social media, or let Lady Gwendolyn know. I'm curious to see how this unfolds. So that's my reading for you, Doris, and I hope it connects with you. Thank you for letting me do this reading.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna take a break. We have a couple readings to go, but I want to talk about you for a minute. And where can they find you for readings? For what services do you offer?
I have an official website, rebelstartarot.com, and I have a service page on the top. I offer two different kinds of services. I offer the Zoom chat readings. I took away the in-person ones since the whole COVID thing broke out 2 years ago. So I do Zoom chat readings. The Zoom chat readings, I do a half-hour tarot card readings, 1 hour tarot card readings. I also do a combined tarot and rune reading as well too. And there's a service that me and my wife offer. My wife Christine, who was on the show a few weeks earlier, from Wisdom Within the Winds. We do a combined couple reading called The Hermit and the High Priestess. It's not for couples. It's, you're going to get two different perspectives, two different readings. Christine does Oracle. I do tarot with a bit of rune thrown in, and you'll get two different perspectives for your question, idea, messages. And then we cross compare our messages to see if there is a link between the two of them. So we offer that service as well. And also too, I do e-readings, just quick little e-readings for $25. People send me a question and I send you back an e-reading with a template showing the spread, the rune spread, or the rune and tarot card spread. So I offer that as well too on rebelstartarot.com. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook at rebelstartarot.com. And I also have a YouTube channel with not enough followers. And so the address is pretty long with a bunch of numbers scrambled. And that's so if you're interested in seeing odd videos from me of doing my rune studies, of me doing my ritual runic practices at night that I throw up sometimes, and that there, check it out on YouTube or on my Facebook page as well.
Definitely, absolutely. Because I'd be interested in that, because I'm curious about the journey, like, because you talked about the books that one should read. That's something I wanted to touch on as well.
Yeah, the suggested reading list. I know you
had some. Yes.
Yeah. The books that I suggested, because for the people that just signed in now, last month in February, I taught a 2-hour introduction to rune workshop via Happy Soul Academy, which is now up online last week for people to purchase who missed out on the live workshop. You can still purchase it and watch the replays, and you'll get the downloadable content. And part of the downloadable content that you get is the definitions of each rune. And also I give suggested artists and music you can listen to get you in the mood while you're doing the rune readings. A lot of Nordic folk stuff. But the book suggestions is the stuff that I personally read myself to get into the runes. And one author that I totally got into is Idrid Thorson. He's the pen name for Stephen Flowers, who is somebody who wrote about the runes and introduced it to North America since the late 70s and that. Did you want me to show the books that were on the reading list? Because I have them like an inch away from my hand right here.
Go right ahead. I'm open to suggestions here. I know one of them is at least the Edda, correct?
The book of Futhark from Idrid Thorson. It's a good book to start with. It's a little bit deeper than if you buy a rune set, and like tarot card sets, you get the little white books in the tarot card sets, which is pretty vague in description. If you buy certain rune sets, you'll get a book also explaining what each rune means. But if you want to get a bit more into the definition of the runes and understand it more and how it connects with Norse mythology and with the cosmos and the Germanic people's minds back then, this book is pretty good to start off with. I think this is like the second edition since the 90s that was created, Futhark. And I just buy books every week. I mean, over here in Canada, we our bookstore is called Indigo Chapters, and I'm buying from them every week. And it bothers the guys at work. I get it delivered straight to my work address there, and the guy's like, "Ivan, here's some more books for you. Here you go." So I'm just eating it up. But there's with these books, the books on the suggested reading list, if you want to get beyond the basics in the intro to runes, I mean, runes. Some people were afraid to take my workshop. I did get personal messages weeks before from people saying, "Hey, I think this might be too heavy for me to understand again runes. I want to learn runes, but I don't have the time to invest as much as how I personally promote it through my posts on Instagram or Facebook," which is understandable. I made runes my own personal thing. It's a lifestyle for me now. Yeah. I live it. I breathe it. I physically practice the exercise for it every day. But if you just want to read runes like tarot cards, no problem. The workshop I taught last month, which is up on Happy Soul Academy. I wish I could drop the link, but if anybody's interested in the workshop, drop me a line, or maybe to Lady Gwendolyn, ask her about it, because she took the workshop also too, and I'll be glad to answer any questions about it. But tarot was my gateway drug, as you could say, to the runes. And I've been doing tarot for almost 3 years now, thanks to my wife, Christine, introducing it to me. She's more of oracle cards and angel cards. I decided to do tarot. And then from there, I was always curious about runes. And from there, I went to runes. And there's a lot of cool things about runes and tarot, is that there's a lot of similarities between the two. One rune stave could represent 3 different tarot card meanings. So there's a lot of depth to it as well.
There's the link in the comments for Happy Soul Academy class.
Perfect. Yes, that's it right there. And yeah, it's there's a chance that I'm going to be teaching it again live pretty soon. I'm going to be reteaching the workshop. But for those who can't make it in that there, you can just purchase it online, and you got lots of replays and the downloadable content, which is 39 pages of cheat sheets I provide in that. So it's quite a lot, and it's fun.
Okay, so we have a couple of readings. We got Tina, Colin, and Natalie. So I guess it's my turn.
You know what? I'll start this one if you don't mind. There's.
All right. Yes, absolutely.
I heard that hesitation.
I will not say no. Go for it.
So you mentioned Tina was first?
Yes, this is Tina, October 26th.
Let me scroll up here. Okay, may I have a reading? So just a general reading. That's good. I'm starting to like these now. Okay. Okay, Tina, let's do this. So we'll shuffle the cards. All right, now we'll choose a rune. All right. Okay, Tia, we have the 4 of Cups, or what I like to call take the damn cup. And also we have the rune Kanaz. The rune Kanaz is a fire energy. It's an energy. It's like an energy of, it's that push. It's that inner fire. And the 4 of Cups, for those who aren't familiar, it's a card of boredom, dissatisfaction, disinterest. With these two combined, right away, I could see whatever's going on in your life. There's not a lack of focus, but a lack of passion and drive. Maybe you're putting something off to the side, like a project or an activity. But this message is saying to find that drive, find that passion, because that's the one element you need to take that step forward on your path and in your life and that. But the answer's somewhere around the corner. You might be a little bit distracted. Maybe it could be fatigue. It could be from work or family that's robbing you of your passion and your drive to do what you want. But the answer is there. Find a moment of peace, meditate, step back from the white noise, and you'll and that repose, that recharging of your heart battery, your mental battery, will find you that new focus and that new drive to go forward again. So Tina, I hope that makes sense, and please let me know in the comments, and thank you for letting me doing this reading for you as well.
Yeah. Okay, so I need to address a couple of comments that have come up. I understand you asked for a reading, and I appreciate you coming on here and asking for readings, but we do not address or do readings on anything pertaining to legal issues, missing persons, or medical issues.
Yeah, no medical or health, no legal, and no third party questions, which is what we call tarot spine as well, please.
Yes. So can you kind of elaborate on that for those that don't know what that means? Like, what would a question like be? Like a no question.
It's like a tarot spine, a third party one would be like, is my sister's husband cheating on her? That is not a direct reflection. It is not about you. It's about somebody else, and that there it's two factions, two parties away from you that has nothing to do with you at all, which is with policies. With me being a member of the IPHM, the International Practitioners of Holistic Medicine out of the UK, I follow certain guidelines and policies for our customers to feel safe and know that I'm not doing carny tricks. I'm not out here to fool you and swindle you of money. I follow strict policy guides to give you the most honest reading and respecting everybody's privacy as well. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. I was just, wanting to let them know and have some clarity as to what we don't do. Because I'd never actually talked about that part before. So I appreciate you bringing it up.
It's tough because those who do ask those questions, and if they have already paid for a session with me and they ask those questions, I'll email them back and go, hey, let's find a workaround. Let's rework that question so it reflects you, that you're involved in this question. And people got to understand that with tarot readings and for these questions, they have to put in the work still. Nothing falls in your lap. They always say that a crystal ball is looking out the window. Tarot cards is looking at a mirror back at yourself. You have to put in the work. So you might be lost or looking for a sense of direction on how to put in the work to reach your goal. That's what tarot cards are for. It'll give you that different perspective on how to reach that goal. But that's what, yeah. So with health and stuff like that, that's a no. I won't touch those. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on. I have a question for you. You have really immersed yourself in all things Rune, right?
Yes.
I mean, it has become a part of you. It's who you are. Do you feel like, did you do that with tarot? Because you said tarot was kind of your gateway. So how deep did you go into tarot before you were like, no, this is my path over here?
I have this. Remember, I told you that I don't do astrology. I don't follow astrology, but I have this I'm a Pisces, and when I get into something, I take it to its fullest extreme. Whether it was me playing music in the past, I was a musician for close to 30 years. When I get into something, my full passion's into it. When I got into tarot, I completely got into tarot. I took 2 intro to tarot workshops that summer. And then I took the courses with Joey Warchuk over at Happy Soul. I took a 12-week course, got certified on that. Then I took a private 6-month tarot practitioner's course with them as well. And it came close to, I was also there was supposed to be a tarot instructor's course, which got canceled last minute in that. So when I take something like tarot and then runes, I take it to the extreme and I get all the books. I'm such a bookaholic that I try and absorb as much as I could to the point where you don't want to burn yourself out in the process and wear out that tarot welcome or rune welcome. I'm sick of it now. I overdid it. You have to do it in a good, healthy moderation. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so
I seen, sorry to cut you off. I saw something in the comments here. I think from Shanda. I think she said she just enrolled for the Intro to Runes course. And if that's my workshop, because link, thank you very much, Shanda, for signing up for the workshop. Yeah, just enrolled in the Intro to Runes course. So freaking awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Yay. And
Shanda,
she has been in here for a while and I love her energy. So no doubt you're going to have a blast in there.
if you have any questions about the workshop, Shanda, contact me or Lady Gwendolyn, and we'll be glad to help you out if you have any questions. But thank you very much for taking part in the workshop. Okay, who's next?
Natalie is actually up next.
Okay, let me find her. It looks like we got a lot of stuff that popped up here in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. A couple of those were, oh, here's a question for you. Which rune and or tarot card do each of you identify with the most?
For me, right away, it was the Hermit card. Not because of the beard. It's just, it was the whole, it's because of what I went through with my music career. I took a break from that. I had enough of it. And the whole idea of solitude, separating yourself from everybody else, getting yourself away from, like I said, the white noise, and finding that peace and that wisdom in that there. I use that as my guide for my studies. So the Hermit card is definitely something that I connect with. And for the tarot, I mean, for the runes, I created what we call a bind rune. I combined 3 different runes together to speak about my path. And my saying is that I'm a lone wolf on a path of wisdom and prosperity. So the 3 runes that represent that is the Tiwaz rune, Anzus for the knowledge, and also Fehu, the first rune in the series, for prosperity and wealth. When you take the workshop, awesome. You'll understand.
Yes, absolutely. So with me, it has been and always will be the Queen of Pentacles. She is my card. Anytime anybody gets a new deck and they're like, "Hey, let me show you my new deck," I'm like, I need to see the Queen of Pentacles, because I feel she is very Virgo-ish, and that's me. I'm very, organized. I take control. Things got to get done, and everything. And I'm not saying I'm good with money, but I'm not gonna say it. I will say the word frugal. So, but some people, because I am a high priestess, some people associate the high priestess with me. So.
Okay, so I'm looking here. So I guess Natalie has a general question, wants a general reading, because I just see her birthday here posted.
Yes.
Okay, whatever. Okay, let's start this here. This one's for Natalie. Oh, sounds like I'm doing a song request. Oh, we got a jumper card.
The opposite of Pisces is actually Virgo. My mother is Pisces and I'm a Virgo. So he and I are at opposite ends of the astrology. We're direct opposites of each other. But see, we work great together.
Okay, so we had 2 jumper cards, and I'm drawing a rune. So this is going to be a little special here to get a collective message. We definitely have some fire energy here, which is what I love. The fire energy, that creativity we were talking about earlier, that passion. And the 2 that we have here representing the fire energy is the Knight of Wands. And for the rune, we got Suilo, which is the sun. But the 3rd card, the second card that jumped out for the jumper cards as well, is the Death card. So I'm just going to need a few seconds here to put this together. It's going to fix my rearrangement of the cards as well, too. Okay. I see, considering that fire, the element of fire, is dominating this read right here, you have a high sense, like a high sense of creativity or passion for whatever's going on or whatever you want to do. This high creativity passion is going to speed up things. We're talking about the Knight of Wands. We're talking about somebody who just charges in and gets what he wants and that there, and he's not going to slow down. So this fast passion is going to create a change in your lifestyle, but it's going to be a change for positivity. It's going to shine some light on your path. This path is to your goal. The sun clears away the clouds. It clears away the clouds on your path to your goal. And that it's a rune of victory, success, very positive rune, just like the Sun Tarot card. You see the similarities between the two? That wasn't that hard. So whatever passion and fire you have now, it's going to come in fast and create a change in your lifestyle at the moment, and that for something successful to come your way. I hope that makes sense, Natalie. And thank you for letting me to do the reading for you.
She said that's the Taurus in her. She said, I love the death card. All good things moving forward and change. So does that sound about right for you?
Yeah. Let's see. Creative drive taking me towards a death, but a good. Yeah.
Okay, so I think we missed one. Colin. So January 5th was his. I think we missed him.
Okay, let's see here. How far up do we have to scroll up for this?
So he is running into some issues. He has an event similar, well, like mine, because I have Pagan Pride. Well, he has one too, and he's just running into some issues. So he's looking for some advice.
Oh, is this one here, Colin or
Yeah.
Kulan Letcher?
Yeah.
Okay, at an impasse logistically, spiritually, and PPD, help the community grow. Wouldn't mind some hints how to change that. Do you want to take care of that one?
I read for him all the time.
Ah. What are you taking a drink of there? Gatorade? Are you drinking Gatorade?
Yes, it is.
I was also going to make some blue Gatorade for a little bit, a little bit of energy for tonight there.
Great minds think alike. We've been doing this all night, so
I'm just stuck with the clear water for now.
Okay, so I will do this only if you will draw a rune for him.
Oh, definitely.
I'll do the tarot part. You do the rune part.
Okay.
Sound good?
Deal.
Okay, so the Five of Wands. This is, you're gonna have to change your passions a little bit, like maybe not looking at where you've been looking for that. Not advice, but where you've been looking and putting all your focus on. Maybe it's time to change that a little bit. The four of Wands is just telling you don't lose your passion and your desire for it, because it is worth it. But things will start to come together fast. Okay, I got all wands here.
But whatever you decide to do, be true to yourself and go with the path that's right, doing the right thing. This is what TWAS represents. TWAS represents justice, doing the right thing, and also some sacrifice as well too. So you might have to do something that feels a little bit uncomfortable at the moment, but if that helps you retain your integrity and be true to yourself while you're doing that, this is what TWAS is suggesting to do, along with what Lady Gwendolyn mentioned as well.
I believe that. And he does, he actually taught a class, the alms class, I'm talking about the sticks with the lines on them. Oh my God. Ogum.
Oh, the Ogum Runes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I cannot
the Celtic
believe.
That's another one of my interests I'd like to get into later on, is the Ogum Runes. Because each rune symbol, I think, represents a tree. And that too, which I find is very interesting.
I am a full-on tree hugger, and I am not ashamed to admit it.
I like them trees.
Well, as my group that oversees pagan pride, and we just got done doing pagan day of prayer, is Rowan Temple of Light. That's my father's last name,
Okay.
and so I'm very connected. Not just to the tree, but the spirituality that goes
Well,
to
that's a
that.
good thing about the runes too. With you getting to the runes, there's a very deep connection with nature. In fact, a lot of the rune exercises involves being barefoot on the dirt ground and doing your practices, your exercises, meditation arenas as well too. Runes compared to, like, I can't say that for tarot cards, but runes definitely has a nature. Runes is your earth ground energy and your high up cosmos energy as well too. And you are the receptor. You are the antenna between the two energies right there.
See, that's why I'm so drawn to it. So I know as soon as it clicks, it's going to click hard. Now, okay, I have another question for you. Since
Okay.
we're talking about rune practicing, okay? What are your thoughts on rune yoga?
I mentioned Rune Yoga before in previous interviews, and that I practice Rune Yoga, and
Okay.
that's another potential workshop I'm working on. Rune Yoga deals with 5 layers, 5 zones of energy. You got your chthonic, which is down below you. That's your first zone. The zone you're in is the second, and then you got 3 more layers of energy. Rune Yoga has you imitate the postures of the runes according to the Armenian rune format, not the Futhark rune system you learned in the workshop. But remember, I introduced 4 other rune systems in the workshop, the Armenian runes. So say you got a rune posture for Mon, and it's like this. You're setting up like that. You're feeling the energy from certain zones through your body to the ground. And these are 10-minute exercises that you're focusing, and you're doing the Galder, which is the incantation. So you're actually speaking the rune name. So you're like the M in the word Mon. You're humming it. You're singing the vowels, and that helps draw the energies from the other zones through you. And each rune posture, each rune yoga is connected in a way. It's very similar to the chakra energies, the different chakra energies. You got your solar plexus, your throat and all that. Rune yoga does the same thing too. It touches upon certain energies around your body, but a lot of it is based on your solar plexus, your ego, your I ego, which is what the rune Isa, the one that looks like the letter I, Isa represents, is your ego in that there, which brings your awareness. Rune yoga is a whole other topic to talk about. It's also a future workshop that I'm going to be working on, and I might actually do a live rune yoga event in the next few months, and that which no one has done before.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got Tina, Colin, Natalie done. I have Joanne and Melissa, and I want to let you all know that if you come in here, if you want a reading, then just give your date of birth and we will get you taken care of. Okay, so Joanne is 10/10. Yes, October 10th. So you want me to take this one?
Was
Give
that
you a
Joe?
break?
Well, actually, you did the last one. If you don't mind, I'll take care of that. Is the
All
Joanne
right,
one? Is
absolutely.
Joanne one of the recent ones here? Let me see. So she just wants a general reading.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. I see somebody in the comments mentioning, I think it's Natalie, she mentioned Anzus. Remember I was talking to you uh, earlier tonight about the Anzus rune. The Anzus rune is a good talisman to have for clarity, communication, and speech. If you're ever doing any online stuff, or what we're doing like right now, or if you're doing a meeting, or if you're doing a presentation for somebody, the Anzus rune is a good talisman to keep in your bra or in your pocket or your purse to to help you have clarity. Think of it like your throat chakra as well too. So Anjas is a very good talisman to have. That I was mentioning to Lady Gwendolyn earlier. I have one in my pocket right now for tonight, just so I don't stutter a lot.
I would have pulled mine out too if I would have, known ahead of time. But people have just come to know that who knows what's going to fly out of my mouth. So.
And with that, I lost my train of thought on who I'm doing the card reading for, but I know it's a general one.
Joanne.
Joanne. Okay.
Yes.
So we got the card. We're going to draw the rune now. All right. We have the Two of Cups. And we have the rune Uruz. And Uruz is a rune of transformation. It's an earth grounding sort of energy, really grounded, like based, almost like the Pentacle class in the tarot cards as well. So that with the Two of Cups. I'm getting a message of being realistic concerning your feelings for somebody else or potential meaning of somebody else as well too, to stay grounded and be aware and have that clarity in that there. Don't be distracted too much concerning this relationship or this partnership. It could be a partnership also too. It could be at work or somebody you know personally as well too. But please stay grounded and please be real about the situation and that there. Don't expect any fairy dreamland stuff of that there too. Just get to the point of your expectations of what this relationship, partnership, or friendship is about. So I do hope that makes sense, and thank you for letting me do the reading for you. Mm-hmm. Let me know in the comments below if it does connect with you.
Okay. All right. So I will take Melissa. Her birthday is November 30th. So I've been shuffling, trying to get these cards broke in.
How many times have you used that deck?
Very few. I did take them. So I did an unboxing video, and so I did a reading with that. Did a couple readings during that live, and then I took them with me whenever I went to Celestial Saturday at Appalachian Oddities. I go down there and do readings on the second Saturday of the month. And I did readings with it. It went over well because everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, Labyrinth!" I was like, "Yeah, I'm so excited." They've been out for 1 year. Because you know how Facebook comes up and tells you your memories?
Yeah.
These cards were in my memories. I accomplished a goal. I wanted them. I got them. There's actually a new deck, and I posted it up. It's if there's a Kickstarter for it. So if they raise enough money to get it printed, they only have like 18 cards of it now, and it's all the major arcana, and it's the ones from Schitt's Creek.
Yes, I saw you post that one.
I want that deck. I hope so bad that they raise enough money for it.
Good old Canadian show.
Oh, it's awesome. I love it.
It's very good.
He commented and said it sounds about right.
All right, thank you, Joanne. Thank you.
All right, so Melissa, I got you. Ooh. All right, so some of these cards stick together, but it's the Page of Poles. He's bringing another message, and the Ten of Wands. So he's bringing a message for you to follow your dreams. I feel like you're not giving yourself all in with what you're truly passionate about and what truly makes you exciting. And that's just not going to work out for you very well. The moon says someone is trying to interfere with you following your dreams. So make sure that you're looking in all the little nooks and crannies and making sure that you are aware of those surrounding you and who is going to, back you and support you. Make sure your support system is intact. All right. So next up is Tammy Joe, and she is our last reading for tonight.
Just when I started writing down names to keep track there, it's the last one.
Hey, you know what? We done good. Hold on.
Oh, man. Okay, Tammy Joe, let's see. What kind of so I guess she just wants a general reading. I just see her birthday
reading,
here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do that. Okay. We have the Emperor card. And we have the rune Ingwaz. Now, Ingwaz is a special one. It's a rune of gestation. A lot of the runes I've drawn tonight, it's a lot about taking a step back, waiting for when your time is right. It's a rune that represents the coming of spring also too. That seed in the ground waiting to grow and come out also too. But with the Emperor card, I'm getting a message that at your workplace or whatever you're doing is that you're looking for some sort of a promotion, but the time is not right, or some sort of validation, or you're ready to move on with to show more leadership, to show more skill with whatever you're doing in that, but the time is not right now. This message is saying to wait a little bit more, have some patience, and that time will come eventually soon on your path. Does that make any sense to you, Tammy Joe? I do hope so. That's the only that's a very clear message I'm getting from these two. Please let me know in the comments below.
Good. Okay, so before we wrap it up, I want to go over how they can get a hold of you again, and make sure that they know that your contacts are in the links in the comment section. So let's just go over how they can get a hold of you.
If anybody wants to get a hold of me, they could do it through my social media, either through private message or on my website. I have an official website, rebelstartarot.com. All my services are there. You could book a reading session with me. I do Zoom readings and I do e-readings. I also have a contact page. If you want to join my mailing list, I do send out a newsletter every 2 months, 2.5 months, just to give everybody a heads up on any workshops, any events coming up that I'm involved in. On Instagram, and I'm on Facebook as well too, at Rebel Star Tarot. And I have a YouTube channel as well too. If you just put in Rebel Star Tarot, I have a YouTube channel as well for that. And if you're interested in the runes, with me talking about the runes, and I thank Lady Gwendolyn for asking me with that clandestine promotion for my rune workshop. If anybody's interested, I do believe she put the link on in the comments here for Happy Soul Academy, and my workshop is called Introduction to Runes, and it's a 2-hour workshop that you can watch. It's already up online, and you'll have downloadable content, PDF files of 39 pages of cheat sheets to help get you going and learning the meanings of each rune and their basic simple messages. So if anybody's afraid of getting into runes, I made it as easy as possible.
Yes.
Because I want to see everybody flourish who takes this workshop and that too, and reading the runes. I want to see more rune posts. I want to see Rune Nation expand on
Yes.
on social media and that also too. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know. Message me or message Lady Gwendolyn. She took the same workshop also too
Yes,
last
I
month.
did.
And I want to
And
thank
I'm going to
Lady.
take the next ones that you do too.
I am working on a supplemental workshop course for that as well too, where we're going to tie in the Norse mythology behind each rune, the inner meanings of each rune as well. So I want to thank Lady Gwendolyn for having me on tonight. I want to thank all of you for giving me the opportunity to do a reading for you as well. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. It was an honor to have you on here, and thank you for all the hard work that you do and will continue to do. So I greatly appreciate it. Again, we want to thank Ivan Wesley of Rebel Star Terror for joining us tonight. Thank you all very much. Join us next week, same time, same place for our season 2 finale. And you will just have to wait and see about who all is going to be our guest. All right, everybody. Good night. Have a great weekend. We love you. Thank you for joining us. See you next week.
Thank you, everybody.